Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to the Super Metroid Link to the Past Combo Randomizer weekly race here on Speed Gaming number 6. We have normal logic, and we are playing with Nidorefic, Round Tankier, MM2 NES cartridge, and Hydropower. My name is Professor Vendor, and joining me is Bigfoot08. How are you doing?
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. I'm doing really fine. This should be very interesting.
Oh yeah, it should. So for those who are not familiar with the Super Metroid A Link to the Past combo randomizer, this is essentially we take two classic Super Nintendo games and mix them into one and apply logic. You can have Super Metroid items in A Link to the Past and vice versa, or both in the same game. Both in the same game, and it's really fun. It has to do with some internally. It's using some really complex things that I can't really describe about fumbling over my own words.
Yeah, it's really playing two games at once, two great games at once. I think usually many of our viewers have played at least one of those games in their youth, so it's great fun. And having both of them games at once, and then with a randomizer in it, that's always fun.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, and this is going to be really exciting to show off here. So, and also in context too, when I say normal logic, this only refers to Super Metroid only. Link to the Past randomizer logic does not apply. It's only for when you're playing in Super Metroid, where the hard and normal logic is in place. So you can't. So normally when you do, well, no pun intended, with normal logic, you don't. The logic does not expect you to do things like hell runs are hard logic requires.
Yeah, and for the Link to the Past, we are in the normal settings, so no hard item pool or something like that. Just the normal settings. Everybody's
Yep.
getting. Everybody can get 4 swords and 2 mail upgrades, 3 shields, whatever they like.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. When you mentioned too the hard item pool, yeah, with the tournament coming up pretty soon for the main Link to the Past randomizer. This is it's more than ever that we're going to be seeing talks about the hard item pool. Definitely coming around. We actually do have some dailies that are coming up pretty soon. This week alone, which has some tournament flags in there. So stay tuned on the Speed Gaming channels for all that information.
Yeah, but tonight we'll have a nice, relaxing, easy going race, and nonetheless, it should be really fun. For great runners, all of them have some experience or lots of experience in this game mode, so we should see very nice routing and execution. But
Yeah. We have some really good runners here. Nidorefic needs no introduction. Definitely one of the best players in this game mode, along with Hydropower. We have Randomizer Tankier, who's also really good as not just in a link to, here in Super SMZ3, but also in a Link to the Past randomizer. He was the winner of the open. He was one of the members of the winning team. Upster something or another, or oops, it's not there either.
Ups,
From
da
the
war
Open
es
League.
auch nicht. For
Yeah,
for us
yeah, that one.
Germans, it's easier to say that. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah, he was the one who was he was part of that team who won the Open League uh, finals in season 3 of the league, along with MM2 NES. Then we also have MM2 NES cartridge, who's relatively new to the scene. So at least I've seen him a couple times, and I know his name as well, namely for his ventures in overworld glitches in the Link to the Past randomizer. He was one of the members of the now the alumni of the first overworld glitches Metro tournament on the Go Mode podcast.
Yeah, I think some of our runners may have their strength in one part of the game. I think at least for Ralen, I know that he is the stronger Link to the Past player compared to his Super Metroid game. But well, I think it's that way for in some account for all these runners. So it should be very interesting to see where they can gain their advantages. Because it's because A Link to the Past is usually a little more focused on logic, and Super Metroid is a little more focused on execution, and that's always very interesting to see which runners have more can be more are more versed in logic or are more versed in execution.
Yeah, like you said, like Super Metroid is the most like execution heavy of the bunch because you have a lot of tricks that makes the game like the most well remembered speed game, not just for like for here in this randomizer, but literally in any randomizer or not even randomizer, any speed game like speed race or speed run, one of the most notorious speed runs, especially with the stuff like KPRD, PKRD, all that stuff. It's nice. You'll see a lot of pumping and arm pumping and all various tricks from Super Metroid.
Yeah, moonfalls and so on. That's all very execution heavy.
So we should be getting underway pretty soon. We have 20 runners in the booth for us tonight, and we're gonna be showing 4 here. And we are off. We start in Super Metroid because it lets us configure our controls for Super Metroid only, as A Link to the Past does not have any way to configure the controls. But A Link to the Past controls aren't really that complicated. It's just Super Metroid that requires a bit more fine tuning for people there for their own interest or not interest or their own comfort zone. And everyone is starting off by going into A Link to the Past. There are 4 different cross-game portals spread around not only on planet Zebes but also around Hyrule. And we find half magic on the Hylia Island. And
the flute in Link's house. That's very interesting. In this game mode, the flute is not necessarily needed because in the Dark World, in the Maya area, there is a portal to the Super Metroid. So it can be that the flute is not needed, but it's always nice to have it.
Yeah, it's nice to have it, mostly for just that fast travel. Fast travel is probably like the best thing you can really have with that flute. But like you said, there is a cross-game portal over by the Maya area.
Yeah, and
I believe that takes you to Lower Norfair?
Yeah, it does. But it also normally ensures that you don't have to take the long way around to get to the Misery Mire. That can be a little... Oh, and that's not really nice to see. There's a mushroom on the lumberjack.
Yeah, the mushroom is interesting in this case. It may or may not be required, right? Like, because this is mainly a fetch quest.
Yeah.
With a mushroom. Go ahead. You can go.
Yeah, with a mushroom, it's you don't know what's on the mushroom, and you have that in the location lying as lumberjack, which is hard to check because you have to do Aga 1 first, which is annoying, to say the least. That's always No runner likes that.
Yeah, and I can't blame them. Having a fetch quest on Log Behind Naga 1, it's very much a gamble. If you think there's something on the mushroom, then you may want to go for it. Or if it's absolutely required by that mushroom, or for some random reason they fetch quest chain into another fetch quest, and yeah, and it could possibly be it could be either really good to skip it or really bad because of that location alone.
Yeah, to be honest, if there is some required progression on the mushroom, most runners will last located because it's so annoying to get.
Yeah, and I would not be surprised if it actually gets the last location if it was required.
Yeah. Alright, everybody finds bombs before Kakariko, which is always nice, and we find our first power bomb pack in Kakariko, also nice.
And we also, I believe, that was Space Jump that we found.
Oh, I didn't get that. That's Space Jump is always nice. It's Can Fly. One of the requirements, for example, for I don't get the. I don't remember the name.
Well, it is a Can Fly. I don't really.
Yeah.
I'm not really well versed in Super Metroid logic, but I do know it's a Can Fly.
Yeah, and it puts several locations in logic, or is one part that puts several locations in logic in Super Metroid. And having an early E-Tank is always nice.
The ball vendor just giving out 20 rupees, so just a bit of an 80% 80 rupee loss from that because you know how to pay for it.
Yeah, and screw attack. That's always nice to find. It's in vanilla Super Metroid. It's a pretty late game item, and not without cause because it's very OP. Screw attack is very strong.
Yeah, it pretty much cuts through enemies like a hot knife through butter.
Yeah, so having that early is very nice.
And even as we're passing through here, we are also seeing Hydropower activating the flute, and Nidorefic and MN2 will be joining up pretty soon with pretty much almost simultaneous flute activations here.
Yeah, I think Ralen did not get his flute yet. I think he hasn't got it, so he could not activate it. He'll get it later.
Go ahead.
Yeah, he'll get it later and then has to visit Kakariko once more.
Yeah, that's because Ralen Tank here started in Sanctuary and not in Link's house. And we get a Power Glove from the race game.
Yeah, that's one part of our Dark World access here in Link to the Past. Yeah, instead of just looking for one orb, the Moon Pearl, we are looking for 2 orbs in this 2 games, because the Morph Ball is opening lots of checks in Super Metroid, so having that will really open up the one of the 2 games.
Ralen immediately hitting for the back of escape, following the glove pickup from the race game. Aero capacity, a heart container or heart piece, and some missiles.
Yeah, I've seen lots of missiles, yet I don't remember if I've seen some supers.
Relegating the flute now. I want to say that we got some supers, but I don't think we did. But I'm saying it just because I believe there was, but I haven't paid attention.
Yeah, and one of our trackers reminding us in chat there was indeed a super spec in the Kakariko well. So we have all the 3 ammo types of Super Metroid. We have supers, we have power bombs, and we have missiles.
And Nidotorific is going to start us off with the South Shore checks.
Yeah, and Ran got that flute and is immediately heading back to Kakariko, activating it. Makes sense because a flute is such a good mobility item. Yeah, he's a little angry at himself right now. I can practically see him cursing at himself as he picked up that flute. But yeah.
As that was happening, we saw Nidotorific and MM2 pick up a reserve tank, and there was only a blue rupee in the sunken treasure. Oh, that's a really rude Octorok.
Yeah. Especially as we don't have any weapon but bombs to defeat them, so... Yeah.
And in all my time seeing people comment playing this this game, I've never seen that happen ever.
Yeah. Luck for Nidotorific. He got in here with his last bomb. Well, he gets some in here. Oh, and a mirror. And powder. Well, that makes it possible to sequence break the mountain if we choose to do so. Without a lamp, it's not in logic. Well, okay, with a flute it is in logic, so... Yeah, and we can get to Tower of Hera.
We also saw Rowland do Agina's Cave and picked up Wave Beam.
That's nice to have. Oh, and Ralen is choosing to ignore the South Shore and is going straight to Eastern.
This is a play that is very interesting to me. We're going in Bolus. And we're doing this without checking Sahasrara. We just fluted over to 5 and we're going directly into Eastern.
Yeah, it seems he's kind of gambling that there's something here.
Yeah, it's an interesting decision from Rollins' perspective. Normally, if I was fluting over to 5, and actually it seemed to work out well for him because he picked up our first sword.
Instant reward.
Nidotorific is flippering over to check the hub or the manor to be the bridge, whichever you prefer. Oh, grab suit.
Oh, yeah, that's nice. And a nice sequence break to get that. A sequence break not anybody would do that early. Could be some time till the other runners get that.
Yeah, and that is actually locked behind flippers in logic. Hydropower is going to be the first one to go up the mountain and gets bullied by some dead rocks. Oops, that's gonna hurt. They do full-hearted damage on Green Mail.
Yeah, he should be very quick back at that same spot, but it's still annoying.
Yeah, with our flute, that doesn't. It's just a minor setback, really. It's like because, like you said, we could just flute up there really quickly.
Alright, then we'll see what the mountain has for us. We can get all the way to Hera.
We can enter Hera. Oh, like we can't actually. I don't think we can enter Hera because we need our mirror or hook shots and hammer for that.
Oh yeah, Hydropower Oh, and there's
Oh,
morph
hello,
ball.
that's Morph Ball.
But has Hydra Power not been to Mini Mulam Cave? Doesn't he have his mirror yet?
I don't know. Actually, he never went over to. Yeah, he's not. He's gonna do South Shore now. Or I make a fool out of me. We're actually going over to see the desert. So yeah, we have not seen Mir yet, and we also got information from Sahasrara that Meyer is required for. Meyer is the green pendant, rather.
Yeah, and there is a power bomb pack on the desert ledge and one more in Eastern. So Ryan got his second power bomb pack from Eastern. It's always nice to have at least 2, better 3 power bomb packs before you go into Super Metroid. So he'll be delighted. He'll be delighted to have that.
And some information from one of our trackers, Jaco Falcone. The reason why is because, well, Hydropower didn't have any bombs to clear out Mini Moldorm Cave, so he's gonna have to leave the mirror. He leaves the mirror behind, which doesn't feel good at all. And I've been there. If you waste all your bombs there and you don't get all the Mini Moldorms, it is not. It's the worst feeling in the world.
Yeah, but he just bought some and he'll clear it now, I think. Yeah, he'll do so now. And then he'll groan and go back to the mountain.
Yeah, at least we'll have more. At least he'll pick up Morph Ball.
Yeah. And I imagine he'll do a short stint into Tower of Hera, and after that he'll go to Super Metroid.
MM2 is going to go get the gravity suit from Hobo.
Yeah, and I suppose that Ralen and Hydra Power will not do a fake flipper before they go up the mountain and get their morph ball, so they probably won't have the gravity suit when they go into Super Metroid for their first time. Could be some disadvantage for them.
Rowling gained the mirror and powder from out of Mini Moldorm Cave, while Nidorific is continuing his round through Eastern Palace. Alright, Hydropower will be the first one of our runners to get the Morph Ball. And we also get our map check for the Dark World. We have 5-6 on Skull Woods and a red pendant on Ice Palace.
Yeah, and additional to that, we have an Eastern Palace pendant, and Meyer was our green pendant.
Yep, that was information that was picked up from Sahasrara, and Hydropower is immediately heading over into Super Metroid here, because this is a cross-game portal up here in the dark into Death Mountain. I believe this one is Upper.
Yeah,
Norfair?
this is Upper Norfair.
Ooh,
Oh,
Quake
there's
Medallion
Quake
and a shield.
and some more ammo. 50 missiles already. That's nice to have.
Yeah, Hydropower should be picking up the Quake on his round trip all the way through. So first we're gonna get the shield, and then of course we're gonna get he's gonna go and pick up that Quake Medallion. Also, I missed this, but the old man gave out blue mail.
Nice safety.
Yeah, a very nice safety to have. It's protection. Does not protect you from the cabbages or falling rocks, because they will do damage, 100 damage regardless of male.
Yeah, and
It's a
hydropower
pain.
showing us that if you do a reset, you'll start at the ship in Super Metroid. He'll do his checks up here in Kateria, and then I think he'll do the Bryn loop.
Alright, Rowan is going to go pick up the morph ball from off the top of Spectre Rock. He does have his mirror, so that means he will be able to pick that one up.
Yeah, and other than hydropower, he chooses to go into Tower of Hera. Oh, and hydropower, he's going towards the wrecked ship.
Yeah. I don't see a problem with this. Well, okay, excuse me. There's check the item that's on the boat, so which is fair. But I could also head over to Wreck Ship because he does have space jump.
Yeah, but now he's choosing to go down the red tower. Also alright play.
Yep, I have no problems with this whatsoever.
Nah, Super Metroid is wide open. Nearly all of Bryn Star is open. Some checks with a gravity suit. Some checks in Meridia. Nearly all of Kateria and some parts of Wrecked Ship. So there's a lot of checks that can be done.
We got a blue boomerang over on hydropower side.
Oh, and MM2NS cartridge has to wait for the how are these things called to return. With the Nova, yeah, Nova is. Dark Cross just bombs. So there's nothing of interest in the escape. And Ralen choosing to go to defeat Crate.
Yep, this makes sense. You do have access to it, and it's probably one of the most easiest. Like, it's probably the easiest way, like easiest fight that you could possibly get to when you're starting the game out. It is the first boss of Super Metroid after all.
Yeah, I'm a bit surprised he doesn't pick up that power bomb pack. He only has 10, so 5 more would have been nice. Yeah, and hydropower got the X-ray scope item. I have not seen what he found there, but as it does not show on our tracker, it can't be something of high importance.
Not really. Also, Meteor Epic decided to do a Houlihan to get 225 rupees. Typically, that's because you caused an error in Link's Y position, Y coordinates, and the camera doesn't know, and the game doesn't know where to put you, so it sent you to this room. The way he did that was he used a bomb to bomb into the drop down of Back of Escape. Also, Rowan is on the prom right now. think Rowland may want to be playing this a little bit carefully. He is running low on health. Rip is going to go check Zura. And the bow.
Oh, that's a very nice find. And that could be something... Yeah, that bow could be something the other runners will miss for some time, because Zora is a check. It's a little out of the way, and not everybody does it very soon.
Oh, hello. There's the actual X-ray scope. Pick it up though. But Rowland was able to take down Kraid with just a very slim amount of health. Like, almost about to die. He's gonna draw first blood at Super Metroid. And Sobo Hydropower, he's gonna be starting his Kraid fight.
Yeah, let's see if he can get the quick kill.
MM2 heads over to Retro Brainstar. And Hydra is going on a prom alongside Rowland.
Yeah, also not getting the quick kill, but he has far less problems with Kraid.
Good fight for Hydra, even with the prom. And Hydra is going to pick up the X-ray scope.
Yeah, Ryan chose not to do so, but Hydra says, oh, better than nothing.
Okay, so Neorific is confirming for us that this Skull Woods is the other 5-6, I believe. I don't know if I saw that other 5-6, and I think that I don't know if Myra was actually the other 5-6 as well. I had a hunch that Hera was from Process of Elimination. I'm gonna look at my playback here.
Meyer was the green pendant, and Skullwoods is the second red crystal, together with Tower of Hera.
Yeah, that is the so I was correct. From Process of Elimination, that was the 5-6 is on Hera.
And very interesting, does MM2 NES cartridge not have the Morph Ball? Because they went into Super Metroid and I don't think they have the Morph Ball, which is very interesting.
Yeah, that could pose a problem for MM2, because we know that the Morph Ball is on Spectacle Rock, top of Spectacle Rock.
Yeah, and with the flute and the mirror, it's very much in logic.
Yes, and it's very much gettable. MM2 is going to head straight over to Link to the Past, maybe realizing that he needs to get that Morph Ball.
Yeah. Oh, and there are mids in the gauntlet. Wow.
We're just a moon per away from Dark Mode access.
Yeah. I don't think those mids are in logic yet, because Gauntlet has... I think it has logical requirement for Canfly and for, I think, 3 energy tanks. And we haven't seen 3 yet.
No,
so
it might be the 1.
Yeah, we have seen 1 and 1 a reserve tank, which also counts as an energy tank in the logic-wise. But yeah, it could be still out of logic. But with about 100 checks in logic right now, there should be an energy tank or a reserve tank somewhere, so it should be in logic.
Hydra are now heading into Retro Bryn. and M2 picks up the Morph Ball. And Nidorific is going to head into Green Brinstar.
Yeah, the green Bryn loop is some very common way to start the Metroid clearing.
Oh, that was very assumed.
And a bottle as well.
Hydro Power going to give us Billy Mays room. There's Grappling Hook, but wait, there's more. It's a heart container.
So with that gravity suit and that Varia suit, about nearly all of Super Metroid is in logic right now.
Yeah, this is we have a good chunk of Super Metroid to do in just under 30 minutes.
Yeah. And with that space jump and screw attack, I think we could defeat all the bosses right now. Or can't we?
I don't think we can, but I may be wrong.
Nah. No, we can't.
I thought. Okay.
Yeah. ISO speed for Dragon, yeah, that's right.
Yep. So MM2 is now starting the crane fight.
Well, let's see if he can avoid the stand-up.
And
Nope.
It looks like we're getting a third prom. Looks like today's prom day here on SG6, and MM2 makes quick work of Kraid.
He was just missing one hit for the quick kill. Yeah, one more chance for the quick kill from Nidorific later.
Chat does bring up a good point. You can go over to the back door, and you can get over to Dragon. But of course, considering that we don't have our Moon Pearl to get over to Meyer, then that's not a possibility.
Yeah. So we need either speed, ice, or Moon Pearl to beat Dragon. Yeah, in opposition to that, in A Link to the Past, there are hardly any checks in logic right now. With the mids and the flute, some checks in the Maya area, and with a mirror in Desert Isle logic, bottle windows open, but else there is not much we can do. So I expect we'll see our runners here in Super Metroid for quite some while now.
But considering that Hydro Power is also nearby Green Bryn, we will see Hydra get that Varia eventually.
Yeah, I can't think that any one of our runners will let that warrior suit leave it alone for long, because the Bryn loop is such a common check to do. They should all find it very soon.
Yeah, when you're about like somewhere like not at the very start of the game, but still around early game, the Bryn loop is probably one of the best ways to get some items in Super Metroid. Best way to do some checks in Super Metroid alone. And we're seeing Rick's ship from Ron. No grab suits. Ron has not went over to pick that up. So he's gonna move slowly compared to MM2 and Nidorepic.
Yeah, finds the bombers underwater. Could be important later for Mire or Turtle Rock. Although we hope we never have to go into Mire because it's a pendant.
Nidorepic is going to go and get the grapple beam from Billy Mate's room. Also checking the wait, there's more in the heart container as well. Hydra picks up Maria's suit.
Yeah, and Ryan's gonna show us what's in Wrecked Chip. Just a hard piece to start, and now he'll show us the boss.
And to answer where the gravity suit was, it was on Hobo underneath the bridge.
Yeah, and Nidorepic and MSN to NES cartridge, they fake flippered and got it. The other two decided not to fake flipper and did not get it, so a slight disadvantage right now.
We're seeing a Phantoon fight from Ron Tankure. MM2 is now going to be following into where Rollins at, and going to go and head to Rex ship. But whereas Rollins does not have grab suit yet, MM2 does, considering he did MM2 did the fake flipper to get to there.
Yeah, and you can see it from the beginning. He's able to walk without a movement penalty underwater, so he'll be a little quicker.
The bomb Chorizo only has a heart container.
Oh, and Phantoon with only a little energy is very... Oh, that was... Luckily for Ryan, he had a reserve tank.
Yeah, that reserve saved him there. But I don't know how... He's also very much enraged. Phantoon is very much enraged, I believe. It's also about... can pick that up, but this takes like 40 energy, so he's going to be really careful here. And ouch.
That hurts. That hurts a lot. Ron,
yeah, that's a death on Phantoon.
Yeah, I think he should leave Phantoon alone for now. Do like something like the Bryn loop and get a little more energy tanks and come back later. And I think he's decided similarly. He'll do the gauntlet, find his mitts.
And I can't blame him, honestly. Like this is without grab or Varia.
Yeah, and low energy Phantoon is always a nightmare.
But MM2 makes the Phantoon kill work, and that is going to be MM2's second Super Metroid kill.
Yeah, very nicely done.
Oh, there's an ice rod down in I think that's just Lower Norfair. Somewhere Lower Norfair. Don't remember the name for it.
That's Upper Norfair. That's
Oh, it is Upper. Okay.
yeah, it's the way to
Can't tell.
Bubble Mountain. That's the way to to Bubble Mountain.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm not entirely versed in Super Metroid, so just take what I say with a grain of salt. The cathedral. Yeah, this is the cathedral, I believe, right?
Yeah, it is.
Okay. And MM2 finds our second sword, but it is the first for MM2. And silver arrows in Bubble Mountain.
Yeah, and since we already know where the bow is, that's very nice to have them both.
Yeah, we know where our silvers and bow are. Really nice to have, but again, it's like the bow ends up being on Zora, and that's you do not want to see if you're playing this really if you're playing into a seed, you do not want to see an item on Zora, because if you do, then you're probably in for a lot of trouble. I've lost countless races to the fact that Zora had an item, whether it be vanilla flippers or like some other important item.
Yeah, because Zora is it's very isolated, and it can be checked okay if you go to another isolated check in Catfish and Mirror then, or if you do the flipper checks all together, but checking Zora is always a little... yeah, something you don't really like to do.
We got a hook shot from MM2. That wasn't the wrecked ship. This is looking to be a really spicy wrecked ship that we have here, as Unibitic is fighting Phantoon.
Yeah, a sword and a hookshot in a wrecked ship already. Oh, and oh no, MM2 Escortage also dies, so all that progress is lost.
Yeah, that's the trouble thing. That's the trouble when it comes to Super Metroid. If you
oh, he saved.
For a while,
oh, he saved. He saved in wrecked ship, so he's okay. Just has to go back here and get this again. So he's okay.
Okay, cool. Yeah, but to go on what I was saying too, that's like one of the big troubles when it comes to Super Metroid. If you haven't gone out to save for quite a while, and you die while you find a lot of progression, you lose a lot of time to that. So that means he's gonna go and get the hook shot again.
Yeah, that's one of the differences of Super Metroid to Link to the Past. In Link to the Past, if you die, you get the option to save and quit, or save and continue. So your progress is not lost, or the items you collected are not lost. In Super Metroid, that's different. You can lose nearly everything you've done in the game, depending on when you saved the last time.
I also did notice that Raylan picked up a cape. That was around the Bryn loop.
Yeah, cape and sword. Luckily, we don't have a lamp, so Aga is not in logic yet.
Nope. But it would suck if the Moon Pearl was on that mushroom. Like, it would be really terrible if that was.
That would be the worst thing ever.
And I know chat would be going nuts if that happened.
Yeah. But, well, we would need the boots and the lamp for that to be Oh, and imagine now boots on pyramid.
I don't think it's. Oh yeah, no, it's on Pyramid Ledge, yeah, but not Pyramid Fairy.
Yeah, pyramid ledge. I mean, that's entirely possible because that check is in logic without moon pearl. If you can do if Aga is in logic.
And we're seeing Crocomire from Hydropower. Almost done with this fight with Crocomire here. Meteorific gonna pick up the hook shot and into the pit for Crocomire. It definitely burns.
All
He's
right.
not been on Crockett's like behind Croc, but we're gonna see what is on the other side of Croc pretty soon.
Yeah, there are 4 more checks here. Oh, and there's another sword after the wrecked ship. So that's we know of three swords right now. And
Yeah,
Meteorific,
that's really nice. Oh, high jump boots.
that's also nice. Meteorific will have his tempered sword soon.
MM2 is gonna go bowling. I would make some mentions of the PBA, but I haven't really seen it in a while. I mean, I think the season started up not too long ago, though. Last time I checked, they were doing. Oh, hello, Moon Pearl. We have our Dark World access. Well, at least not. Like, we know about Dark World access, but Hydra does not have it yet.
Yeah, Crocomire having all the goods.
Yeah, always bet on Croc, as they say.
Yeah, still 2 checks to come down here. Yeah, and also a wrecked ship having lots of goods with a hookshot and 2 swords.
Yeah, that's even better because like you have like this Super Metroid's really nice, and we got a lamp too.
Oh,
Ooh.
Croc really having everything.
I said it before and I'll say it again. Always bet on Croc.
And
We have
Ether!
too.
4 items behind Croc. That's... wow.
And I think we also got the Fire Rod somewhere.
Oh? Who?
I
have not
it's what
seen
chat
that.
was telling me. Like, his chat saying there's a Fire Rod. And... I don't even know what's going on.
Yeah. I only have two eyes. I can't follow 4 runners. Where was that fire rod?
I don't even know. At least if it was, I don't even know if like.
Ah,
that's
okay.
True, but like.
They're referring to the lamp as fire source, not the fire rod.
Yeah, that's fair.
So
fair,
that's yeah. But now we have our AGA 1 access.
Yeah. Yeah. Again, like this was, we had. Oh, jeez. Oh.
Yeah, but Ether lamp,
high jump boots,
and Moon Pearl behind
Moon
Croc.
Pearl. Yeah.
Funnily enough, Hydropower being the only one having the Moon Pearl and the lamp, he still does not have any kind of Darkwood access because he doesn't have the mitts, he doesn't have the hammer, he doesn't have a sword for Aga. So still no runner has Darkwood access.
Yeah, we know we have Darkwood access, like from the collective consciousness, but not just but none of our individual runners have it.
Yeah, we
But
know.
if one
we
of
know
them goes to, go ahead.
Yeah, you go on.
Okay, I was gonna say though was if someone goes over to Upper Norfair, then they're gonna be in for quite a treat. And if they bet on Croc, well, there you go.
Yeah, and it's really interesting. We got two ways of getting into the Dark World. One is with the mids, and one is with Aga. And both could actually be required, because we have actually right now no way other than the Aga to go to the right side of the Dark World. And mids could be our access to the left side Dark World or to the Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah, and typically I like to consider this the quote-unquote partial Dark World access, because we don't have the full Dark World access, but we can still enter it, but we're only limited as to what we can really do within there.
Actually, with Aga and mids, with other Aga 1 access and mids, we can get everywhere in the Dark World, I think.
Right, and I'm saying it mostly as a frame of reference, because we only have access to the left side if we put bits.
Yeah, that's right. So with the items we have right now, that could be a while till we find the hammer, because we have a lot of stuff to do in A Link to the Past without the hammer.
Oh, for sure. One of our chat members is saying that Nito could go down to Upper Norfair next, and yeah, I think that's the correct move to make. We've already seen how stacked Upper Norfair is today, and not to downplay Rex ship either. I mean, 2 swords, and we're already at tempered right now. Nothing just to shake a stick. Yeah, really.
Yeah, for Nito, something like Upper Norfair, maybe into Croc, could be his next play. Well, he even could do Lower Norfair. He has Gravity, he has Varia. So I think almost everything in Lower Norfair should be in logic for him.
Okay, round is going to do round 2 of the Pantoon fight.
Yeah, still hasn't any more energy. Still has 1 energy tank and 1 reserve tank. Let's hope he's faring better this time. Yeah, and at the same time, Terrific, it seems he'll go up to Meridia. Yeah, it's also a nice play. Some checks in logic up here. Can't progress too far into Meridia without Ice Beam or Speed Booster. But there are some checks, and we have all seen a Speed Booster in here. Oh, there's a Cane of Burner. And I didn't get that other item. But since Terrific isn't going for it straight, it seems to be nothing of much importance. Alright, Ryan is just about done. Should be okay. Hydropower getting his gravity suit. Oh, and there Ryan is done with Fantoon. So he'll get his 2 swords and his hookshot very soon. And Hydropower is on his way to his bow on Zora. Will be delighted and annoyed at the same time to find it there. Yeah, it should be pretty interesting to see where the flippers are hidden in this race. Lots of possibilities. We'll see. Because we have to find them. Swamp Palace is a crystal, so it's required, and for Swamp the flippers are hard required, so we need them. And so we will find them at some point. Alright, Meridia not showing much till now. Oh, and we'll see a snail clip by Near Terrific. And he gets it, very nice, very nice. Just for supers and a red 20, but still was a nice bit of showmanship he showed us there. Now Hydra Power will be going to the wrecked ship as the last of our runners. Yeah, Nitorific is almost done with his Meridia checks. He has found no speed and no ice beam, so he'll be done here very soon. Oh, and I think we'll get a Shack Tool check from him. He hasn't been to Crate, so he does not have the X-ray to check the item that way. And we see the Shaft Supers check from MM2 NES cartridge. And I did not get that. It was a little too quick for me. Yeah, and Ryan saw his hookshot and is now trying to get it. Oh, and there is a 4th sword on Shack Tool. Yeah, no wonder Nitrific doesn't pick that up. The difference between a tempered sword and a gold sword is not very big. So no wonder he does not pick it up, because it's a long way out of there, and he saves that time. Tempered sword is good enough. We don't need that gold sword. Especially if we have silvers, which he doesn't have yet, but he'll find them. Well, I reckon we could see some runners with possibly with the gold sword, because oh no, well, for example, MM2 NES cartridge hasn't picked up that one sword which was in Eastern Palace, I think. So if they get to Shaktul, they have the gravity suit, they could go there. They might want to pick it up, because the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword is substantial. Yeah, and the spiky room of death shows that its name is it does not have its name without a reason. With Ryan getting killed there 3 times already. But he knows he needs that hookshot, so he'll try on. Oh, and there Ryan dies for the next time. Yeah. As we said in the beginning, Super Metroid is a very execution-heavy game, and yeah, can be hard sometimes. And we have just seen our first great quick kill from Niterific. So he stood up only 3 times today, not 4 times. Alright, on the other side, on M2 NES cartridge, we see a Hera pot and Tower of Hera. Can be done with bombs or boots and the hookshot. You set a bomb on the correct pixel and then position yourself on another pixel, and then you get bombed into this pot over there and can hookshot yourself in there and fall down and then teleport upwards in the tower. Yeah, and Ryan, he is continuing his well, how to call it. At least he's not giving up. That's good for him. Alright, and it seems Nitorific, he might go towards the Vanilla Ice Beam location now. Oh, and MM2NES cartridge just got the setup right, and now he has done the Hera pod and can continue in the tower. Yeah, it should be interesting to see where Nitorific goes from here on. He has the option of going up an Norfair with a Bubble Mountain, or going towards Crate. Well, going towards Crate, he would go through Bubble Mountain. I think that check should be more and more appealing for him. Oh no, for now it seems he's going back to A Link to the Past. Makes sense, he's got the hookshot, he can do the right side of the Dark Mountain. Shame is he doesn't have the Moonpearl from behind Croc, so he can't check Dark Death Mountain. With the mids it would be possible if he had the Moonpearl. But the only one who has made that play till now is Hydropower. Yeah, and it seems that Ran has given up on getting the hookshot right now. And is continuing through the wreck chip. He'll have to come back later and get it when he has more energy tanks. Should be easier then. Well, in Paradox Cave not having anything too interesting right now. So, yeah. We'll see what Spiral Cave has for us. Oh, and Hydropower will finally get his mids. So he'll have his Dark World access. So it could be possible for that he goes into A Link to the Past now, having some checks in the Dark World there. Ah, and the sick kid handing out a energy tank. Oh, we get our first check of the Maya area from Hydropower. That's also interesting. Quake required for green pendant Maya. And let's see the Maya shed. Oh, that's synchronized Maya checks from 3 of our 4 runners. Well, neat terrific, and 2NES cartridge don't have the Moon Pearl, so they can do these checks only with some shenanigans. And there's some more power bombs in the checkerboard cave. Since we don't have too many of those, we'll pick them up. And desert is possibly boots locked with a small key on the torch. Let's see what whether the big key is in this chest. Yes, it is. So it's not hard boots locked. The boss is doable. Oh, and there's speed booster in the desert big chest. That's very interesting. And gravity was under the bridge with a hobo, and 3 of our 4 runners fake flippered and got it. And yeah, it's still out of logic because we have not seen the flippers yet. But that speed booster is a very nice find for Terrific. Could be one thing that could lead him to go to Croc, because there is a way to Croc which requires a speed booster. Maybe he'll do that, because Croc has several items you really want. Amongst those the Moon Pearl. And the only one who has been there is Hydra Power, so he is the only one who has full Dark World access at the moment. Oh, and there's a red boomerang behind... Oh, and what's up here? Just 20 rupees. Yeah, and the Golden Chorizo. 2 fights simultaneously. Oh, and it seems Ryan has gotten his hookshot, so he has not given up, but he has gotten his hookshot. That's very nice. So he is able to go over here to Paradox Cave and find nothing. And yes, Fantoon has the Hydra Power did Fantoon. He has the hookshot and the 2 swords out of wrecked ship. So he has finished Fantoon, yes. And for our trackers, Terrific does not have the gold sword, as it is marked in the tracker. He did not pick up the sword on Shaktul. He reset it out of there. Yeah, and Terrific farming some supers here in preparation. And MM2NES cartridge having some problems with the Gold Chorizo over here. Not an easy fight, by all means. But Nitorific, as a very experienced runner, got through that fight a lot faster. So that's one example. You can see that Super Metroid is indeed a very execution-heavy game. If you have a good execution, then yeah, you're well off. And there is an ice beam in the Mickey Mouse room. That's very interesting. Opens up some parts of Meridia. Well, no, not really. Opens up some parts of Meridia. The speed booster already opened up those parts for us. And there is a Super Bunny cave from Ryan Tankir. He's picking up a beam, a spacer beam for his sequence break. Oh, and the most important item in all of the two games, the bug net for Nitorific. And now we will see Ridley very soon on Nitorific's side. So Ridley with just 4 energy tanks and should be an interesting fight, but for Nitorific it shouldn't be a problem. Alright, there is the Ridley fight. Lots and lots of supers needed.
Okay, I am back. What did I miss?
Oh, loads of stuff. 4th sword on Shaktul. And Nitorific did not pick it up.
Oh, that is... Oh, man, that is... I guess to be fair, we have tempered swords, so it's not like the worst thing. It kind of sucks though for hydropower though, just because he will be missing out on that tempered sword for a while.
Yeah, he has not been in Eastern. Same for MM2 NES cartridge. If they get to Shaktul before they go to Eastern, maybe they'll pick it up. And we had the speed booster in the Desert Big Chest. And still nobody but Hydra Power has visited Croc. So he's the only one with a Moon Pearl.
Okay, I thought I saw a beam pickup from Hydra Power. It almost looked like it's... I thought it almost looked like it had a C on it, but my eyes may be deceiving me here.
There was a spacer in Super Bunny Cave.
Spazer, okay, fair enough.
Yeah, Ryan did the Super Bunny glitch and picked it up earlier. Oh, and Hookshot Cave having the red mail. Yeah, and that that hookshot location that proved some difficulties for some of our runners. I think one of them had about 7 or 8 tries to get there and back. So it's it was a difficult location. Yeah, Paradox Cave not having really anything, neither a Spiral Cave. And yeah. That's about it.
Okay, cool. So, oh, and then there's Speed Booster too. That's nice.
Yeah. Speed Booster was in Desert Big Chest, and I just remember Ice Beam was in Mickey Mouse room.
Oh, okay. So, Norfair really gave out like a lot of stuff here.
Yeah, Red Boomerang behind in the room behind Gold Chorizo. So it was okay. Yeah, it's very interesting to see that 3 of our runners getting more and more bottlenecked by that Moon Pearl. I think, like as we see from Neaterific, he'll do his lower Norfair checks. He's doing them right now, and then he'll do his upper Norfair checks, and I think he'll go to Croc from there. That should be his routing. And from Croc, he has easy access to Mountain and can do his checks over there.
Yeah, it just goes to show how strong Hydra's play is to do Crocomire early and betting on Croc like as early as he did. He was able to get all those items, and like I mean, of course, considering too that we have all 3 of our medallions, we're not really in. Hydropower is not worried about getting into Turtle Rock anytime soon. Once we have the Cancer Maria and Fire Rod.
Yeah, and
oh, and Hammer too. Don't forget about the Hammer.
Oh, where was that hammer? Yeah, we need. We haven't found it. We need it. Yes. Yeah, but Hydropower, he can check all the Dark World dungeons right now, and everybody else is running around like chickens. So
yeah,
he's making up good time.
And it just goes to show again the power that was Hydra's bet on Crocomire that was really early on in the seed.
Yeah, he did it like over half an hour ago, and it's really been good for him.
A single arrow from out of Thieves Town.
And a vanilla big key. But he'll check only the first. Yeah, he'll check only the first 4. Thieves Town is a crystal. He can clear it, but he doesn't have the hammer for the big chest, so he says, "I'll come back later."
Yeah, a lot of Link to the Past runners, randomizer runners will like to do that, where you check the first 4 checks of Thieves Town if you don't have a hammer, in hopes to either find one or if it's appended or something, and then if they find like at least 1 dungeon item or something, then they just get the heck out.
Yeah. Alright, Neaterific will find the silvers here. He was second of our runners to go to Zora and picking up his bow, so that's another advantage for him. Of course, that was the other play that Hydropower did, getting his bow super early.
And we're going to be doing the Smith chain. Of course, we don't have our hammer, so we can't do hammer pegs alongside this, but it makes sense. You have your mitts, was your Dark World access. You may as well do the Smith chain while you're here in Thieves Town.
Yeah, and Hydropower doing another interesting play, the Dick game for the flippers.
Oh,
so,
okay, so...
that gravity suit is in logic right now.
Of course, not like it really matters at this stage of the game for Hydra, because he did fake flipper to it.
Yeah. But for someone like Ralen, he might do the play to Croc and then go into the Dark World and yeah, then find his flippers and after that only find his gravity suit.
Yeah, it feels bad for Rowland, honestly, but he will be getting the Moon Pearl pretty soon though. That's a good thing.
Yeah, same for Nitorific, he's also on his way to Croc. He'll be there soon and then get all the goods behind Croc. And I think Tunes Cartridge will follow suit. He'll be there soon too.
And Purple Chest only has some missiles, while Nitorific is watching Carcommander burn in the pits.
Yeah, I think Hydra Power, he might as well go into Swamp. He has Hookshot, Mirror, and Flipper, so Swamp is full in logic. Yeah, check the
We can check
the Hype
first
Cave.
chest of Swamp.
Yeah, oh, you can check all of. Oh no hammer for
hammer.
Swamp. Yes.
No hammer. Yeah, you need a
always
hammer for the rest
forgetting
of
the
it.
hammer. I always forget that hammer for Swamp.
Yeah, I've been there before. Checking the Hype Cave now. But yeah, you need the hammer for the rest of it. But you can check the first chest of the Swamp. Like,
Oh.
and here's Candace Samaria.
That's nice.
Nice.
That's
It's pretty good.
yeah, that would open up Misery Mire, Green Pendant Misery Mire.
Yeah, and I don't know how to feel about that.
Yeah,
Actually, it's not a bad choice, honestly. It's not bad.
yeah,
I feel like Pendant's Green Pendant Mire is actually a fairly safe dungeon to dip into.
yeah.
And Hydra Power remembering that where the half magic was, just goes ahead and picks it up.
Yeah, you might as well if you plan to go into Ice Pellets, then you might as well do it. Oh,
Instead, looks like he's heading over towards Meridia.
yeah, very good play as well. I think he has checked the front of Meridia. No, that was Nitorific. I think Hydra Power has not been to Meridia, so he can check it from back to front.
And there's Valentine Kier's Moon Pearl.
Yeah. For the record, he saw the Ether medallion down there, but knowing both medallions for Misery Mire and Turtle Rock, he decided not to pick it up.
Oh,
Because
did Rowland say what was on Turtle Rock?
Yeah, I think he saw it, and someone in chat mentioned it, but I don't remember. I have to look somewhere. It was mentioned which medallion was required for Turtle Rock.
It is Quake, according to one of our trackers.
Quake, okay.
Okay, so that means Rowland will get the Quake, which is close by. It is in North Bear.
Yeah.
And all right, we're actually seeing a Dragon fight from Hydra Power through the back door. And the Ecker, I think that's what they're called. They're spelling out a little thing that in there is called they're spelling out Keiko Love, It's a little Easter egg that was put in by one of the developers as a little gift for their girlfriend at the time. And it wasn't until I believe 2008 that they got mentioned. And it's a pretty cute story, honestly. Very, very cute story.
Yeah, and Hydra Power trying the grapple execution.
Yeah, trying to go for the little cooking of the shrimp from the grapple beam, and it gets it.
Yeah. Alright, and MM2NES cartridge will be the last of our runners to get his Moon Pearl about 1.5 hours in.
Which in all fair respect, it's not a bad time. In normal.
Nah, it isn't. Well, considering it was available about an hour ago, logic-wise, well, it's still late, but it's okay.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, they're good runners out of the way. They're like the cream of the crop here. Of course,
Yeah,
now MN2 is gonna get like all the goods that was locked behind Shaq but yeah.
yeah. And it's not that they haven't done unnecessary stuff in the meantime. They have already cleared Lower Norfair, and so they have done important stuff everybody has to do, so it's not really a time loss to get the Moon Pearl this late. I wonder where this hammer is.
Yeah, because we need that hammer for go mode, and also fire rod.
Yeah.
And potentially the boots, because we have the boots. Yeah, it could be Desert Palace could be boots locked, or GT
Nah.
GT Biggie on the torch.
Desert Palace is not boots locked. There's a small key is on the torch, but the big key was in the other chest, and then the speed booster in the big chest. So Desert is clearable.
Oh, right. Yeah, I've never seen Hydra pick that. Never mind.
Yeah, logic-wise, Desert is boots locked because you could use the small keys in a way. You could go into the back, use a small key available there to go on the right side, and then you would need the boost. So logic-wise, Desert is boots locked, but who cares about logic?
Right. Yeah, logic is more sort of a suggestion than a more of a guideline.
Yeah.
So I'm guessing I think Neaterific is in Thieves Town, or around the Village Broadcast area. I can't tell because frozen on my end. Yeah, I believe the Thieves Town area.
Well, at least this is an interesting way of commentating. We can commentate.
Okay, it looks like we're gonna give this we're gonna give it a bit of a kickstart here. Hang on just a second.
Oh, and it seems we are back. Just to see hydropower find the sword on Chuck Tool. Did he decide to pick it up?
Oh, I think your mic's still also a bit muffled, Bigfoot. So, alright, we're back now.
My mic is out?
No, okay. It sounded like you were muffled for a second, but now you're fine.
Ah, okay. Was probably some issue here. Yeah, I've just mentioned hydropower was a Chuck Tool right now. We don't know if he picked up that sword. I imagine.
Looks like your tracker picked up and it was.
Yeah, since he only had temper till now, it would be logically. It would be okay to pick it up. And he did not quit out of it or but walked out, so that could be a sign that he picked it up.
Okay, so I took a peek at Hydropower's stream. He does have it.
Okay. Yeah, it's logical for him to pick it up. As I said, he only had a Master Sword till then, and the difference between Master Sword and Tempered Sword is not to be underestimated. And I think MM2 NES cartridge will pick it up as well very soon.
Yep, he's over towards Shaktol right now. So, yeah, I think it makes sense for Hydra to pick it up because he has not seen the one sword that we know of that Nidorefic and Rowlin, or was it Nidorefic and Rowlin? I think it was on the right side. Yeah. That Nidorefic and Rowlin had picked up before Hydra and MM2 got to this point. So makes sense to go ahead and pick it up. Because,
yeah, that's what was in the first chest of Eastern.
Yes. And again, it makes sense because the difference between gold and tempered is very negligible at best.
Oh, and MM is thinking and deciding not to pick it up. Interesting.
It's interesting for me to see MM2 leave it out like that.
Yeah. Very interesting decision. Maybe they're saying, oh, I already have the silvers, and once I find the bow, Master Sword silvers is not too bad. But, well...
Yeah, it makes sense if that logic is true. It makes sense. The Master Sword Silver Spite is not it is time consuming, yes, but once the only part that gets time consuming is phase 1 and 2. phase 4 is very much. Phase 3 is pretty much as straightforward as it could possibly be, and phase 4 you can just pump silvers into Ganon.
Yeah, phase 4 is very much short by the silvers. Alright, first powder check, I think. Just bombs. And Nitorific, yeah, he left his portal behind for this. That's always a very nice location for the hammer, on the powder. That's always about the worst location you can get for the hammer. But not today.
And it looks like with Rowland committing to doing this, the play for Beast Town without the hammer, looks like he picked a string ball.
I haven't looked at his.
It was on the maiden chest.
I haven't looked at his screen. Well, Ran, I can understand if he is inclined to gamble a little, and not just a little, maybe more. He spent quite a bit time in wrecked ship, so I think he'll feel behind a lot.
Yeah, and I get why he may be behind because of the depth he took on Ventoon in the first round. But if he does go behind, then the play would make sense to gamble.
I'm not talking about his death to Fantoon.
Oh,
I'm talking about the about 8 or 9 deaths he had trying to get the hook shot.
Oh, that. Oh,
yeah,
that.
you missed that. He spent quite some time and made it in always, nearly always, but on the way out, the spiky room of death. Yeah, it showed why it deserved its name.
Okay, yeah, that one I believe. Okay, so I did mess that up. Okay, fair enough. Yeah, so that would make sense then. If he does go behind from that, not just because of the Vantoon death.
Yeah, I haven't counted it, but it was, I think, at least 8 or 9 deaths he had there.
Yeah, and that does feel unfortunate for Relen, but Rubik does get the can of Samaria from out of Hype Cave.
Yeah. Oh, and is he going to check the first chest in Swamp? Another very terrible location for the hammer.
Yeah, and I guess if you're in the area, I think it's a safe bet to go into the first chest of Swamp. Yeah, sure, you have to double dip it, but I feel it's a safe double dip because you're in the area.
Yeah, and he's slowly but surely running out of checks. I mean, he has cleared most of Super Metroid and lots of Link to the Past. I think for him, next play might be to go to Port. Maybe with the flippers, we can go over there without doing Aga 1. Could be an interesting play for him. Or the other way would be to go to Misery Mire. Also full clearable. But Port...
And it looks like... Okay, so only a heart container from Nidotorific in the first chance of Swamp. And I think going into Mire is not a bad choice. Not at all.
Well, Maya, even with the green panel, it's only 3 items. You have already cleared the overworld there. Yeah, Port is 5 items, plus you can mirror and finish Eastern, where at least 1 item is still in there, I think. So it's a little more dense item location right now. But it seems he's going back to Lower Norfair. No, this is a portal to Meridia. Yeah, he hasn't done Dragon, so he'll do that now.
Yes.
Also,
backdoor.
fair play. Also, yeah. Alright, Hydra Pole doing his Lower Norfair checks. Alright, Dragon fight on Nidotorific.
Now, one thing too that a lot of now the one thing too that even though MM2 has and eventually Nidotorific has all 4 bosses taken killed, you could if you really wanted to, even though it's not necessary, you could end up going into Mother Brain first and just killing her, but it doesn't. I mean, as we're still looking for Go Mode and Link to the Past, it wouldn't really make any sense. You can do it in any order. You can kill the bosses in any order that you really want to. You can either do Mother Brain first, then Ganon, or vice versa. So as long as you kill both bosses, that's when you actually beat the seed.
Yeah, usually both bosses are done just behind each other.
So Rowland is gonna go get the is now going to get the grab suit because he does have the flippers, and there it is. About an hour and 47 minutes in.
Yeah, he might, considering he does not have the bow yet, because he hasn't been to Zora. He might go there now. Mirroring down here somewhere. Or he'll go to Ice Palace or Port, but no, it looks like he's going to finish Meridia.
Yep, I get it. Rowland is actually also made into word convert. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about Rowland?
Yeah.
Oh, sidetrack there. Okay, yes, it makes sense. I thought you were talking about Terrific, but because he's also in Meridia.
Alright, the next
And-
Ridley fight on Hydropower.
Exactly what I was going to point out. So that will make Hydra. Like Ridley will make Hydropower his final boss to kill in Super Metroid. And again, you could go to Turin if he really wants to, but again, since we're looking for Hammer, Fire Rod, and possibly Boots for GT Big Key, he'll have to wait. He'll wait for a bit.
Yeah. He does not really have many locations left in Super Metroid he could check, but there are some. Like, the waterway hasn't been checked by anybody right now. And with the speed booster, it's in logic.
And Rowland will start his Dragon fight.
Yeah, for him, this should be a very quick fight as well. He also has the grapple beam, so electrocuting the shrimp should be the way to go for him as well.
And as we're talking about that, Hydra takes down Ridley. That's all 4 bosses in Super Metroid defeated. And Rowland gets the connection, and
Yeah.
will fry the shrimp.
Yeah, very late. But the main thing is he got it, and then...
Yep, he gets it, and we're all good. That's another kill for Rowland. Only one more to go.
Yeah, and I just mentioned it, the waterway, and Terrific just checked it, just some missiles over there, so no need to go there. But of course, the others don't know.
And we want to go in game number 5 of a party of 42. We're watching the Super Metroid A Link to the Past combo randomizer. We have normal Super Metroid logic for tonight. We have Terrific, Rowland Tank here, MM2 NES cartridge, and Hydropower. I'm Professor Renderer. Bigfoot 08 is my co-com, and we have Bright and Drauco Falcone on the tracking. And as I mentioned it too, please make sure to give them a follow. They deserve all their support, all your support. They are doing an excellent job right now, as we're about to approach the 2-hour mark of this race. And of course, our tracking, and of course our crew as well should also give a nice follow as well. Yeah, they're doing an awesome job, and we're doing a good job as well here in the commentators booth. So yeah, give us a follow as we are nearing at almost late game.
Yeah, and also our crew behind the scenes, like MS Metroid and so on, always for setting up those races here and everything else. They don't get enough praise for all they do. Yeah, and as it just is mentioned in chat, we still have that mushroom, which is on the lumberjack. And we can beat Aga, but have no boots. So, yeah. Sorry. And we need 2 items for Gomo, that is the hammer and the fire rod. And both could be on that mushroom.
Yeah, And again, there's still that looming possibility that the big key of Janus Tower could also be on the torch, and that is usually whenever you see that when you have no boost, you're in for some trouble.
Yeah, and as I'm just noticing as well, the hammer can't be on the pedestal, but the fire rod still can be, because Ice Palace is beatable with bombos.
Yes.
So what about the following? Hammer on Lumberjack, on the mushroom on Lumberjack, and fire rod on pedestal. I think we would be here in 3 hours if that was the case.
It is valid. It is a valid. It is a valid by the logic. It would be rude, but it is a valid possibility.
Yeah, it would be very rude. And I think this could be the Mr. Maya play by Nito. No, it's a back of desert. He's clearing desert now. But he might do Misery Maya after this.
Okay, we're gonna see a landmill kill over on Neorific's side. How hard you beat this?
And I think Hydra Power is giving us our first looks, or some of our first looks into Skull Woods. I can't remember seeing this from the other runners. Although I think at least one of them has been in there, but I don't actually know. No, boots cannot be in the back of desert because desert is logically boots locked. The small key of desert is on the torch, and since you could go into the back, steal the small key and open the right side of desert, and so be small key locked from the back, desert is logically boots locked, so boots can't be in the back or on the right side of desert.
MM2 is going to get the King of Samaria from out of Hype Cave. He's to drop the purple chest first. And oh, looks like Hydra Power saw something, and it's the fire rod.
Oh wow!
On a cape too. So there you go. We have Turtle Rock open now. Oh no, wait, hammer, right? Almost forgot the hammer.
Yeah.
Oh,
but
well, we have the hammer. We can't go into Turtle Rock.
Yeah, but right now he's near Skullwoods, so he'll finish up Skullwoods right now.
Yep.
It's a crystal. You have to do it. You're close by, so just do it.
Yeah, and it's convenient that the fire rod is actually over on Bumper Ledge, because you can just go back to Skullwoods and clear it.
Oh, and MM2 Nest Cartridge almost lost his purple chest in the water, but he got it back and gets his half magic now. So he's taking the chest on a real world tour.
Yeah. Oh, is he? Okay, I think he realizes that he should probably be fluting back, and yeah, he's gonna pull the flute back.
Yeah, Nitorific is indeed going into Misery Mire and have a look in there and possibly clearing this.
Okay, so at this point we're we're only looking for a hammer, and that's it.
Yeah, we hope we don't need the boots. Chance is like 4.54% with that the big key is on the torch, so we don't really gamble for that. And well, at least for A Link to the Past, Hammer Go mode is kinda nice because Hammer locks lots of places, and it's almost as nice as Mid's Go mode. Maybe
Yeah.
even nicer.
And by extension, we already can eliminate some possibilities. We can eliminate hammer pegs because, well, you need the hammer for that anyway, so there's nothing on hammer pegs. You have...
Yeah, basically all of Turtle Rock is out, parts of Ice Palace is out, all but one chest of Swamp is out, Thieves Town Big Chest is out. So that's lots of places where the where our Go mode can't be. Yeah, Hammer's out. So that's the nice thing about Hammer Go mode. There are lots of places the Go mode can't be. So we'll have at least a Swamp Go mode, a Go mode Swamp, and well, Hammer could still be in some parts of Ice Palace, but maybe we'll have a Go mode Ice Palace. Go mode Turtle Rock is okay. It's not too much faster than a normal Turtle Rock, but it can be faster. So it's okay. And was that a plasma beam in Misery Mire?
I believe so. And yeah, you can leave out spot. And yeah, that was plasma beam on my playback.
Yeah, that's nice to find. Still no charge beam, but still plasma is nice to find. Not necessary, but it's okay.
Yeah, for sure. And yeah, also one thing too that we could also eliminate Spike Cave because you need a hammer for Spike Cave. They can't be where the hammer is.
Yeah. Well, the hammer could still be... Could it? Yeah, oh, the hammer could still be in Pyramid Fairy because Skull Woods and Tower of Hera are red crystals. And that is a way which would make Aga 1 required. Logically, at least.
Yeah. Interesting proposition. Honestly.
Nothing we would like to see, but it's certainly possible. And there are ways to get around doing Aga 1 for Hammer and Pyramid Fairy. There is a way to use the flippers to go through the lake with a bomb. But I don't know if every one of our runners knows it.
It's possible. You could just use. I think you could just swim around all the way around with the bomb in hand, and then you could do that. And if you were to use Aga, if you do it the Aga way, you could just mirror from the light mirror into the light world, and then take the castle portal. But since we haven't killed Aga 1 yet, it's not really an option for us. We have a fight of Vitrius using our silver arrows. We can basically play a game of Space Invaders or Galaga or whatever like old 2D shooter from like the 80s with the small eyes. Green pendant for Beaterific.
Yeah, that's also a location where that hammer could be, the green pendant. And still, none of our runners has been to Pod. That's also interesting.
And it makes sense, I feel, because you don't of course you don't have your hammer, so you can't, you know that, although to be fair, you could just, because they would rather want to do, because most of the runners want to do dungeons in one dip, not a double dip, but
Yeah.
it is possible.
Yeah, but at this point, it's not very unlikely that the hammer isn't either in Ice Palace or Port. In which case, for Ice Palace it would be a required double dip, for Port it would be awful. So there aren't too many locations left where the hammer could be. Oh, and there it
speaking of
is!
the hammer.
Pyramid! Wow!
on Pyramid Ledge, not Pyramid Fairy, but Pyramid Ledge. So we're in Schrodinger's Go mode.
Yep. And Hydropower actually is in Go mode. Yeah, no, he is not because boots, but he has every item he might need, because the other three runners don't have the fire rod, and if they would find the hammer, they wouldn't be in Go mode yet. But Hydropower, he'll do it all right now.
He's in 21 out of 22 Go mode here. So
yeah,
of course, boots could still be required if GT Big Key is on the torch, which would be which is disgusting, but it can happen, and I've seen it before, many times at least.
And MM2 Nest Cartridge just picked up their fire rod, so they'll do Skullwoods now.
And pretty soon, MN2 will probably be heading over towards the that hammer, so that he could also end up being in 21 and 22 go mode.
Yeah, if they do the North Dark World route through the Graveyard Ledge, maybe up to Catfish, and then back down to the Pyramid and Port, would be a viable option at this point.
Yeah, and then we can already rule the pad, because the only thing that would have been on the pad anyway was the hammer. So yeah.
Yeah.
Now, if the boosts end up being along Hydropower's path, that would be really nice. That way he doesn't have to worry about the possibility of boosts being required for GT, and he can just dash right through and be on our merry way.
Yeah, but still, he won't open too many. He won't go out of his way to open many chests. He'll treat this as a go mode.
Now, Draco does bring us something into the chat. It could still possibly be that at the most horrible and crazy draconic possibility that the boost could be on pet.
Yeah, absolutely possible. But I think no, boots on Lumberjack is not possible now, because you need the boots for Lumberjack. I just wanted to say that boots on the Mushroom would be even more cruel, but it's not possible. Yeah, but the chances of boots being required are slim to none. Well, not none, but they are very slim, and so the possibilities of required boots being on pedestal are almost none. They are existent, but well, we can dream, but if the dream becomes reality, we'll see.
Okay, so at this point, with MM2 picking up the Skullwoods crystal, and soon Nidorepic will be making their way over towards that Fire Rod. Or has a pretty clear path at this point. It's pretty much barring the possibility of GT Big Key, that he's in a pretty good spot.
Yeah, at this point, I think at this point it's safe to say that Hydra Power is in front, because he is practically in go mode. But if Nitorific or MM2 Nest Cartridge just, especially Nitorific, just beeline to the hammer right now, he won't be that much behind, so it would still be a close race. MM2 Nest Cartridge, he still needs the bow from Zora, so for him it would be a little different. But this could be the North Dark World route for MM2 Nest Cartridge. Checking Graveyard Ledge, going to Catfish and Zora. Maybe afterwards to Pyramid. If he does that route, he shouldn't be too far behind Hydra Power.
So, the one thing that Hydra Power has to consider too, he's got a lot of dungeons to clear. Pod's already been cleared, of course. Now he's going to Desert. Soon will be Thieves Town, and then Swamp, and then Turtle Rock. At least how I see it. Also, Relin takes care of Ridley, and we have killed all the bosses in Super Metroid amongst all of our runners. We're now on the Lambo fight. This should be a pretty simple fight, although to be fair, the Lambos aren't playing nice with the RNG that we're given, but quickly cleaned it up here.
Yeah, silvers are nice.
Yeah, you're able to one-shot those Lambos really quickly.
Yeah, and MM2 Nest Cartridge is in fact on their way. No, they are not on their way to... Oh no. Oh yeah, they just walked into the portal by accident. They're going to Zora and getting their bow.
At about 2 hours in, but it's a bow, and we're about to and soon, hopefully, MM2 makes his way over towards to get the hammer.
Yeah, hopefully they go back into the portal, because that would be their fastest way to the hammer.
Oh, looks like Nidorepic is on the Moth fight, because looks like he did pick up the Fire Rod. It isn't marked off, but it should be marked off here. There's the bow for MM2.
Yeah, and they're walking back, so yeah, should go back to the portal and do the pyramid and port checks, or just picking up those supers over here, and then now they are walking back, so that's good for them. They should be in almost go mode very soon.
And It's nice to have a go mode swamp because you're able to do a diver down here. You don't even need to open up a single chest in swamp. Of course, you need to open up this one because you can't. Because without that key, you can't. There's no way you can get to the rest of swamp.
Yeah, but in swamp there are about 3 chests on the way if you do the diver down in the back of swamp. So I expect he'll open up 3 more chests in here.
And M2 stops to get some potions along the routes, which is nice. That means we're about to he's about to be approaching that hammer in due time.
Yeah, if he goes to Pyramid before he goes to Port, but that should be his way. Because doing that one Pyramid check on the way before going to Port is, yeah, it's faster. Because Port you can't clear without the hammer, and if the hammer is on the Pyramid, which it is in this case, you can full clear Port. That's, yeah. So it makes sense to check the Pyramid on the way to Port.
Very clean diver down. Only took him 2 attempts, but that's still nice. Now MM2 is going to be hitting 21 out of 22 go mode.
Yeah, and Hydropower indeed opening 3 chests in Swamp. So he found something, but the only thing that really would help him are the boots. And maybe Charge Beam, but well, he should be okay for Mother Brain.
Yeah, I don't see Hydra having any struggles with Mother Brain with this equipment that he has. We're on Argus now. You just need to pull these little pups that Argus is protected around using your hookshot, and then once that's taken care of, you can just use your silver arrows to fire one shot at Argus himself, and enemy goes down.
Bye bye, Argus, and the fire shield.
I mean, it's red, but it's not the red that Hydra will be wanting to get.
Yeah.
But Nidorufic is taking the bomb.
Yeah,
and
and
the good news is that he will be finding the hammer as well.
Yeah, and that will be his 95.45% go mode as well.
Yeah.
So we have 3 runners in almost go mode, and 2 of them are kinda near each other with Nidorufic and MM2NES cartridge.
Now, the one thing that Nidorufic has over these 2 runners, over M2 and Hydropower, is that he only needs to clear 3 more dungeons. That's it.
Yeah,
Now,
but Desert is pretty quick.
Yeah, it was. He already had cleared. I believe Nidorufic had already cleared out Desert Palace. Unless say got mismarked, but the other thing against it too is that Hydropower is still pretty much in a good spot. He has to go clear Thieves Town, for one thing. The second thing is that he after he clears Thieves Town, he will go over to Turtle Rock next, and then he'll be over at GT by then.
Yeah, and Nidorufic still has a Swamp Palace and a Port before him. He has to find the big key in pod, which was somewhere in the back, I think.
I thought it
So
was near the front.
nah, I don't remember, but yeah, he still has to find that. And MM2 NES cartridge already did the front of Desert, so they have the big key already. So it's only the back they have to do, and that's done in under 2 minutes.
Okay, so Rowland has the fire rod.
At least that's something. Still has to find the bow, the ice rod, Cane of Samaria, hammer, Quake.
Now, I know he has flippers because he did get the grab suit from a hobo.
Yeah, flippers he has.
He does have Ice Rod Cane and Ice Rod Cane. I thought I also saw the bow, but I need to check again on his map or his menu rather.
Yeah, we'll have to look for that. He might also have Quake. I don't know. Because
So
Quake
he's still
was...
in a decent spot.
Yeah, he's not too bad behind. I think Quake was somewhere near Lower Lawfare or Upper Norfair, and
It was in Upper Norfair.
and I think Ryan did those checks, but I'm not really sure.
It was very close to him, close by in Upper Norfair. I know
Yeah,
that.
he might have done those checks, but I'm not sure. We'll have to look for his menuing.
Clean fights for hydropower.
And
Three exploding
bosses at the same time. 3 different exploding bosses at the same time for that.
Yeah, as our chat was pointing out, also one of our trackers, it was Quake that ended up being outside high jump boots.
Yeah, and that's a very common check, so it's very likely Ryan has done that, but we'll see it if he opens his menu for the next time. I think he'll change to the mirror soon, so maybe we'll see it very soon.
Yeah, he'll be changing the mirror too. He does have Quake.
And he has Quake, but he does not have Ether. He on purpose did not pick it up. Ether was behind Croc, and Raul knew at that point that Mr. Meyer and Turtle Rock both required Quake, so he did not pick up the Ether medallion.
Smart move, smart play on his part. So all he really needs now to find is the bow, which is on Zora.
Well, bow and hammer, if he does the same routing MM2 NES cartridge did, going north Darkworld over with the Graveyard Ledge, then he should be kind of fine.
And also, as I noted, as I look at his HUD, he does also have the silver arrows. So everyone does have silvers. And then all he really needs to do now is find the bow and then the hammer. But like you said, if he does the same routes, then he should be good. So so he's not in like the worst spot that we originally think he was. But yeah. Well, he did have a lot of trouble in Rex ship in the hookshot out, especially considering he took a lot of deaths in the spiky root death. He's still actually making up a lot of his some good progress on it. Goes to show how strong and the runners are in their mental fortitude.
Yeah, and I think it's safe to say that Ryan lost between 10 and 15 minutes in wrecked ship, and if he was 15 minutes, if he did not lose those 15 minutes, he would be about, I think, just behind Hydra Power, so his time is not bad.
No, like he's still in a good spot.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think Ralen will have his bow very soon, and probably will have his hammer very soon afterwards. Looks very likely.
So I guess the one benefit, so to speak, of Turtle Rock is that no matter how you slice it, Turtle Rock is still it's pretty slow. No matter what you're like, if you're in go mode or if you're not in go mode, so you'll still be checking chests along the way.
Yeah, about the only thing to make Turtle Rock, only thing Go mode Turtle Rock is really okay for is skipping lava chest and maybe laser bridge. That's about the only things that can speed it up. And of course, skipping Mimic Cave can save some time.
Yes. I try taking some hits on the chain chomps, but Rowland is about to get the bow pretty soon. Wait, did Rowland ever finish up Tower Hero?
No, I don't think so. So, in fact, we might see it just before GT from him.
I know occasionally you could end up I know occasionally there have been seeds where you could do Tower Hera last before entering GT by mirroring out in front of GT and then just clearing out killing Moldorm and then just going back into your mirror portal and you'll already be have all the 7 crystals to get into GT, of course.
Yeah, it's always nice because at that point you most likely have the hookshot and you're in go mode, so doing a Hera pot is not costing you any but saving you a lot of time. I've seen Hera being finished in under 1.5 minutes in those occasions, and that's very fast.
Yeah, it just goes to show Hera pot being like is a very having Hera pot is just being in the game in general is just nice, is really nice considering that it basically cuts down all of the time that you of climbing in Tower Hera and being able or even like wasting time and just in the coffee break room getting the big key if you feel like you want to skip the big chest or if the big chest doesn't have an item, which it's possible, but I know sometimes you might just do that and you have to get the big key out of the coffee break room and then go back up to get the big chest. That's never a nice thing to have.
Yeah, well, today there is an item in the big chest, and it's a piece of heart. But if you come to Hera in go mode, that's of no consequence to skip that. And there is almost go mode for Ralen. He has already picked up his bow and now his hammer and should go to port now. What's he doing here?
I think he may be not comfortable. Like he's maybe still thinking that he needs to find the boots, which isn't wrong. It may be necessary, but I guess since he was in the area, he could just check the uncle.
These are 2 very quick checks for him right now, and he can flute to 5 for port. So no, he flutes to 4. No, to 5. Yeah. So he'll be handling this as go mode as well now, doing checks that are on the way, but nothing else.
Yep. So Hydra Power is going to start the Trinex fight I don't think we saw Uncle, now that I think about it. I may be wrong, though.
No, the other three started with the uncle.
Right, yeah.
They started with the uncle checks in the house and got the flute. They started at the house, got the flute, and went up to uncle. And Ryan started in the sanctuary and did not get his flute until later, and never did uncle. So everybody else did the uncle about 2.5 hours ago.
Yeah, so I guess that makes sense. So Hydra has taken down Shrine X as the 7th and final crystal. Now is a good time to start up our game. This is a community race, so we won't run the bots here. But there are 22 possible locations where the big key could be found in the basement of GT. From 1 to 22, get your guesses in chat where you think the big key might be. And it's still entirely possible that the big key is on the torch. It's entirely possible. And it would be really disgusting if it was.
And poor Ryan did not have enough rupees for Kiki. So he went to near the desert, that one cave, and farmed 50 rupees. And now he's going back to his portal, which he saved at Agina.
The nice thing about this is that you have nice thing about it is that if you know your rupee caves, you can go right into them and get some rupees that way.
Yeah.
All right, we're in GT now.
Yeah, Ryan is not really. This seat is not very kind to Ryan, I'd say.
All right, that was 2. We got some super missiles and a key. We're going to check the right side now. I guess that makes sense. We're going to do Hope Room, then the left side. If this is the big key, we're in trouble. It is not. We're in go mode. It looked yellow, but it's not the yellow that we did not want to see. So everyone is in go mode. That is number 3, by the way.
Yeah, and MM2 NES Cartridge and Need Terrific are both about 1 Turtle Rock behind. So about 5 minutes, I'd guess.
There's the big key at number 7.
Nice.
And the closest one was Draco Falcone, one of our trackers, oddly enough.
This is rigged. He had the spoiler log all along. No, just to clarify, we don't have the spoiler log. Not that anyone gets the idea.
Funny considering the LTTP, our ladder, just recently introduced a spoiler open mode.
Yeah, spoiler lock races are always nice, especially the co-op spoiler lock races, where one runner is running and the other one gets the spoiler lock and has to pilot the runner. That's always fun.
Oh, I love co-pilot. Like, co-pilot is legit the best mode that was introduced. I think they got introduced in this past season's League, if I'm not mistaken. Whenever that was season 2.
Well, I think it was season 2, wasn't it?
I think it was season 2, but I remember season 3 being the one that I was stoked about.
Yeah, I could not watch too much of season 3 because of work, but season 2 I pretty much followed all along. Yeah, it was those co-pilot races were always nice.
Yeah, I would love to co-pilot one, but outside of that, we're now in GT. We're now going through the gauntlet. Hydropower is in total control here. Maybe it's a bit of help here. He does have a powder, so he could powder the buddy beam. By actually doing that in this coming room, you actually change the patterns of the Lammolas that when they appear change.
Yeah, but with Silvers or Fire Rod, I don't think he'll care. He even
of
pauses
course.
there, so he gets all three at the same time. I've once seen a runner, I think, dropping down a bomb and doing a gold sword spin or something like that, and killing all three landmos at the same time with that method. That was really nice to see.
Oh, I need to see the clip of that because that sounds really tough, but also really swag.
It was. It was. I've never seen that again. I don't know who did it. I can't remember it, but it was astounding. It was so fast. That room was so fast in that way, but I've only seen it once.
Oh, I would love to try and replicate that because that sounds really cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, Helma fight for Ral and Tank here, while Neorific is about to go over towards Trinex. Pretty sure he also had cleared Swamp by that point. Yeah, he has.
Yeah, he should have.
Yes, he does. Yes, I did see a crystal. There's one crystal remaining, so that means he did. He still has to clear
Yeah.
Swamp. So.
Yeah, it would have made no sense to do Turtle Rock before Swamp.
Oh no. It doesn't make it. It's an extra tower climb. It's an extra
Yeah.
climb.
Yeah. All right, Hydra Power has almost reached Muldom 2.
There's a
Now-
pack of supers pre-Moldor. Not pack
Well-
of supers, pack of missiles.
Yeah. We already know the boots can't be here in GT. Otherwise, I would hope for them in here in this chest coming up right now.
Yeah, Moldor too.
Yeah, but since
a
desert
pity.
is logically boots locked, we know they can't be in GT.
Yes.
And this is the one room in which boots are most needed for most runners, because this room with all those mini helmets is really difficult without the boots.
Yeah. One strat I like seeing, from some runners, is you would use the hook shot to make yourself stationary on the ice, and then you move forward a bit, dash turn up, and then you have a straight shot towards up towards the stairs. I've done that like once before, like in the past when I first heard about it, and I have not looked back since. I use that all the time in my runs. Also, a really nice fights for Hydra, ending with a triple.
Yeah, that was a very nice fight. And Neaterific is on his way to find the big key, should have it very soon. And MM2NES cartridge, he started Turtle Rock very closely behind Neaterific. And since he's still in there and quite a while away from the end, did he die in there?
I don't know. It may just be slow. It might just be like execution.
He was
anything
just one or two rooms behind Neaterific. So, and now he's still got several rooms to go to till Trinex.
It was problems with the torch room, according to one of our chat members.
Yeah, that torch room.
That torch room doesn't feel good. If you miss it, it feels bad because you have to waste a whole lot of time waiting for the torches to go off.
Yeah, that explains it.
Yeah, and again, basically one of it said, well, it was he missed a torch on the random, and he missed a torch, and he had to go and redo the fight. That makes a whole lot of sense. Oh,
yeah.
Nice triple from Hydra Power. So get a single G in the chat for Hydra Power.
Yeah. So he finished one of the two games, and just Mother Brain to do in the second game. So he'll do that very soon. He'll be done
Yeah,
very
just
soon.
make sure you save and quit. Otherwise, you'll have to do that all over again if you try to hard reset.
Yo.
So all hydropower has left to do is go to Turian, kill Mother Brain, and get the heck off of Planet Sebes.
Does he save the animals? I don't think so.
I don't think he will, but in all fairness, it would be pretty funny to see him actually go out of his way to save the animals. Basically, if you're not familiar with what we mean by that, there's a room at the end of the game where you could just while Planet Sebes is exploding, you could go into this room and free these little like creatures, animals, kind of things, and all it really changes is that there's a little speck that flies away as it would say the mission was completed successfully. That's all it does. It's just a little speck on the as the planet was exploding.
Yeah. But it's always fun to see somebody really do it. And what better space than a daily race where it's nothing's on the line. It's not a tournament race or so. But well, I don't think we'll see it.
And apparently that spec is canon and that spec is canon.
Yeah, I think because it's in one of the following games, there's a reference to this.
I think it's Fusion that it mentions it.
Yeah, I don't really know, but yeah.
Yeah, I remember. So yeah, it was Fusion because in I watched the Scotty versus the World relay yesterday, and I remember seeing that there was those little animals in Fusion at the end of the game. At the ending.
Alright, MM2NES cartridge about to find the big key. There it is.
He looks like I don't know if he's attempting to go for baby skip, or maybe just saying don't bother with baby skip and just get going. Just make sure you face right, and there you go.
Oh, this looks like a baby skip. Oh no,
he's not gonna go for it. Just face right, and then face right because you'll get up quicker that way.
Alright, there's Aga 2 down for Niterific.
And MM2 is starting his climb pretty soon. He will be approaching the gauntlet, as Rowland is now in Turtle Rock.
Yeah, he still has to get 2 crystals. Oh, that was clutch.
Oh,
missed the first fire rod shot, but the second just got in.
Niterific is now in the cannon fight. And Hydra is going to take no chances and save really quickly, so that that way he doesn't have any catastrophic issues on this Mother Brain fight. Looks like he's not gonna go for septide skips. Just gonna bother just take down these little barriers and just get on this Mother Brain fight so quickly.
Yeah, he has lots of missiles and supers, so this shouldn't be much of a problem.
This won't be any problems whatsoever. And then once the actual Mother Brain fight starts, then it pretty much should be all the trivial for Hydra at this point. At that point, pretty much trivial. If he goes for stand-up glitches, that'd be nice. But yeah, as Tracker's pointing out, that yeah, it doesn't have a charge beam, so you're just gonna have to pump. It's gonna pump a lot of missiles into him. So also get a single G for Nidoриfic. Takes out Ganon. This should be enough for Hydra here. Because he pumped a lot of his supers into Mother Brain.
Yeah.
And yeah, not gonna even bother with doing stand-up glitch because no charge beam.
And there comes the baby to the rescue.
It's gonna give him a refill soon, and then basically be the barter for Samus. And bang. And all's left for Hydra is just to pump a bunch of hybrid beam shots into Mother Brain. That's payback.
Yeah. Shouldn't be too difficult. He'll be done very soon.
Come on, that baby was only in 2 games. The end of Metroid 2 and then here. And down goes Mother Brain.
Yeah, now it's just to escape. But
Yep, and then just escape and that's it.
There's plenty of time for that. Meanwhile, M2NES cartridge has arrived at the Aga 2 fight. Oh, close. No, it's a triple, but just a double.